What is this music? What is this? Like, Santana? What are we doing? This is the chill channel. Okay, happy's locked. Chill channel. It's a little too chill. How about this? Hi, it's me, Scott. What are we doing today? This is all too chill. Man, I can't believe they locked up the happy channel. That was a... It's harsh. It was harsh of them. Popular artists. No, I don't want to upgrade. Okay, hi, it's me. I have a thing I want to work on, but now I'm distracted by this. I thought I found a way to get back to it. I thought I found a way that we could, like, push some buttons. Stations. Surprise me. Alternative chill bass, EDM, country. Gonna be like contemporary country. Seeing a lot of locked playlists. Whole lot of yacht rock. Lo-fi? We go with lo-fi? Some chirping, but chill bass, but it's got a picture of a fish. I get it. I get it. Try the chill bass. This weird thing I got. I feel like we need to take this apart and just put some new guts in it. It's the calibration unit. Calibration unit X00 stroke 262. I don't know what it is. I think it's like some sort of old... I don't know. I mean, it's a calibration unit for like old AV equipment, maybe, or some laboratory equipment. Hazardous voltages. No serviceable parts inside. Refer servicing to qualified personnel. That's not me. This was last calibrated, looks like August 1983. Calibration is due August of 1984. We're a little bit past the date, I think. Has not been calibrated in a while. I actually opened it up and looked at it, and the way the calibration works is funny. It looks like there's some little trim pots, or like little, you know, like the little plastic ones, and somebody calibrated it and then just squirted glue all over it to hold the calibration. But I think it's cool. I thought maybe we could clean it up and then just like stick a teensy in here or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I think it's cool. Maybe we'll do something with it. So, I don't really like this song. I don't know what to do about the music situation. Okay, but what I do know what to do about... That was not a very good sentence. Is the... I'm not ready for that yet. Is the wallpaper situation, I think. Right? Come back. Please. Still have not made an easy way to do this. How many... Oh no, okay. I kind of have a terrible idea for it. I think we should just write a C# script to do it all. What do you think of that? Make a C# application. It's very video gamey. What are the lonely beaches today? Okay, so what are we going to work on today? It's a long time ago I was in Pittsburgh. I was doing some spherical studies based on some Paul Bork formulas. I don't know if he created them, but he was the one who wrote them up. And it was him who I ripped off, partially him, partially Dan Schiffman, for both the super formula and then this like quote spherical harmonics in quotation marks, because I don't think it's actually spherical harmonics, but you know. I'm not feeling any of these. And I'm revisiting it because what I would like to try to do, what I really wanted was to find a way to just have it running on a little frame, but it turns out to be fairly heavy-ish. And so, yeah, just working on ways to unheavy it, I guess. Exploring ways to unheavy it. And honestly, I think most of the heaviness is probably the post-processing. You know, we did that stream of trying to get it to run on the... Let's go with these. On a Kindle Fire, and it runs okay, but not super great. So this is it. And actually, it's starting to grow on me. Like, the original version was very glowy because it was done in VFX Graph, and it was like 4 million particles or something. And I didn't like where it was heading, but I cleaned it up for that show, that show that Seti had last week. Tidied it up a little bit, and I actually kind of like it as is. You can see I'm sort of low res right now. He says a little bit of geometry up there. This is actually running on a plane, and I'm taking the whole plane in. So I was trying to do it all in the shader, and then I realized that that's not the best idea, because you're doing a ton of math every frame that there's no reason to do every frame. So that was the direction I was heading, and then I realized it was kind of a bad idea. And what do I mean by that? Like, when we go look at this shader... Wait, are the balls on? Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Well, what are we going to do about that? I didn't actually push the balls. That's not what I wanted. Where? What? Oh, I'm showing all kinds of stuff. Okay, that was real. Some of these things were announced, so they're no longer secrets, so I don't have to feel bad. Oh, it's just heat. We just want straight up heat. Oh, we have the stat. What do we do to vote? Excuse me? What do we do to vote? We definitely worked on the status page. We just were screwing up vote, I guess. So we made... Right, we did the Vue.js thing. Guess I should check the status view, huh? How many people are connected to heat now that it's functioning again? Uh-oh. I don't know, maybe. .NET/bomb? Now? No, it's a 404. Do I have to do something to rebuild this? I'm not crazy about this music. I honestly really miss the happy channel. Makes me sad. Not sad enough to pay for it because it's too expensive. It's not worth it. If it was like $1 a month, then yeah, maybe so. But it's $150 a year. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. Did I just commit and not push or something silly? viewer. Am I pushing to the correct repository? Did I break every single thing? I mean, that's showing Vue.js, so that's promising, but what? Getting started. Oh. It's my fault. Bad at get. Okay. Binary. I know I need to get good. How's it going? Why does Bash look so wilty? Time for a haircut? I mean, I like it. It's a good look. But there's something about Bash's ears, the plant, that they've got, I don't know. I really like that. The color of your stool there, though, complements my toolbox. Oh, look at that. Adorable. Is that the secret? Chicken bribery? Okay. Now what's wrong? I don't really mean to do that, but we all good here? We're up to date. Okay. So get out of here for a second. Is it just we're just waiting for GitHub? Okay. Now we have the ugly balls. They don't look as bad as I remember them yesterday. At the end of the stream last night, I was just disgusted with them. The ball attractor is still the best. Okay. What about status? Does this work? It does. And it shows the number of connections. Why does the Love Zone have 4 connections? Okay, but we feel good about this? I mean, because is this... We still want to be... we never did the thing. Right? Shoot. That's a whole thing. Okay, we can't do that this... Busy week, but... We only have 1 replica, so I think we're okay. We're okay at the moment, at least. I wonder if I can get the number of viewers while I'm at it, while we are, that'd probably be a good thing to do. We need to have a heat stream. We need to have a bot made this stream. Actually, some features of heat, I think, are going to die later this month, right? Because Twitch is killing, is finally killing Kraken. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we did the balls yesterday. Finally got some modifiers in action. I should probably put some instructions on screen. But this is as far as I got last night before I got angry at the balls. Built with Matter.js. It was my first time using Matter. Matter's pretty good. The main problem with it right now is the balls never go away. So this demo does need a little more work, but... and it would probably get really not do well if a bunch of people are using it. Yeah, yes. If, What I need to do, I just was not patient enough to sit down and think of the math. I don't know. Conceptualizing math while trying to understand math while streaming is not always something my brain is equipped for. Sometimes I have to think of the math offline. And what I wanted was like a force. I'm sure there's some formula like that. I want, you know, like for light functions based on the inverse square law, like the intensity of the light. I want something like that for explosive force, where like, it's probably not exactly the same thing, but I feel like there's got to be some formula that is similar-ish, or I'll just make it up. Draclin was just spamming it last night until the entire screen was underwater. That's why I put my video on top. Okay, so the thing we want to accomplish, here's the problem. And these are things that just don't matter on a desktop, but when you're trying to, you know, I guess we're not exactly getting embedded, but let's say getting mobile. When we're trying to get mobile, we're doing some things that are costly. And they're not superficially, they're not expensive operations. It's just a few like multiplies and such, but then you look at it and you're like, well, it's a few multiplies here and there. It's some sines and cosines and whatever. But it adds up when you're doing it constantly. When you're doing it for, I don't know, a million vertices. I don't know how many vertices we have. Probably not even a million. Only 16,000. But I don't know. It seems like we should just do the work to try to figure out how to not need to do that much math. And so, for example, all of this math, we do have to do all of this math. We do not need to be doing this math. And we really don't need to be doing this math. Right? Like, we could calculate... I mean, the vertex is just the vertex. Tracklin! You've been subscribed for undefined months. You've been subscribed for so long that there was a buffer overflow, and now I should probably fix that one day, huh? I've been saying that I think for like 2 years. For Bot Made This, we're gonna fix it. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Although you know, Jacqueline, you've been here since the beginning. You and life is yours. Okay, so the thing is, am I a streamer again? I don't know. The thing is, I'm going to stream and then there's going to be some job that ruins my life and then I'll have to stop streaming for a while, which is not a pattern I've enjoyed, really, but it's a pattern I've been doing for 4 years now. But I'm trying. We got a ball pit, at least. The thing I want to try to do, and I did a little bit of this last year, and I feel like it's not a bad strategy if I can make it work, is to take jobs. Like a lot of the stuff I've been doing with David lately has been more like I'm building like an API and then he's using the API. And so in some cases I can stream that and it's okay because it's like the non-proprietary part of the work. Questionably, maybe. Axio, how's it going? Jates, oh gosh, look, the whole gang's here. Axio, I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. Why? No, that is good. Yeah, actually, first of all, welcome, Jates. It's lovely to see you. Axio, lovely to see you. It feels like it's been so long, but maybe it was like only last week. Who can say? Yes, it was a blessing in disguise to have heat destroyed for a week so that people could come out. It was almost like a heartwarming movie from the 1940s or something, where I thought nobody cared about heat and nobody used it, and it was just this dumb thing that cost me money. But then, when heat was destroyed by the Hebel Corporation, the whole community came out with candles and sang a song, and there was a vigil for heat, and it was a beautiful thing. And now we have fun balls. The main thing that's missing here, here's what needs to happen. I don't know how to do it. I need to, first of all, interesting. So I wanted to like make Jates and Axio VIPs, but when I click on Jates, the thing that it actually presents with me, and maybe this is more appropriate, is manage suspicious user. So I don't know. Maybe Twitch knows something I don't. You are suspicious. That's true. I don't remember how to do that. Can I not do it from here? I have to go do it somewhere else. I can block you. I can do all the bad things from here. I can't do any good things. Is that true? Can I slash VIP? Slash VIP? Okay, VIP. Did that work? Okay, I think I gave you a crown. Let's VIP Axio as well. Okay, VIP status. Don't spin it all in one place. Did that work? Maybe it worked. I wish I could give you some kind of flare that marked you as suspicious, though. Like, can I just give people flare, or is that like they have to subscribe or something? Do they have to be of some certain sub tier or something? I don't know how anything works. Okay, and speaking of things I don't know how they work, it's silly to do this and this for every vertex, every frame. And it doesn't, you know, I don't know. My like internal stress meter doesn't, it like looks at this and it's like, it's not so bad, right? But maybe it is so bad. I mean, I guess this is a little worse. I don't know. It really doesn't seem that bad. Is it worth? That's true. We could profile and check it on. We have to profile on device to see how heavy it is. Well, that's a sensible answer. I wasn't expecting sensible answers here. But, so yeah, just running it, it doesn't feel. But of course, you're right. Of course, the correct thing to do is profile. But why would I want to do that? So let's run it as is. Let's run it. Let's turn off post-processing, which makes it super boring. Super boring. Let's set our render scaling to 1, AA off. I just want to make sure we have like a good baseline. And then I'm using Vulkan. Wait. Auto connect profiler, etc., etc. Okay, let's do this. Jates, are you watching on your phone or your computer? If you're on your phone, I'm afraid you can't play in the ball pit, which is a real shame. The ball pit seems kind of slow. I guess I am compiling right now. Maybe that's why the ball pit is slow. Sorry. No balls pit support on the phone yet. Maybe someday. Although I think the rendered senseless fellows came up with some hot strats, which was really just use the phone in desktop mode, which was not bad. Not a bad idea. I did make for TwitchCon a couple years ago. I added heat to Oh yeah, did you record it? Are we ready? Is it time to do our podcast? I did do that bad mobile version. Okay, so this is running at 30 FPS, which not great. I didn't install the thing. I didn't install the thing that lets you. So this is going to be a pretty. Actually, we're hitting 60 now. Why was it 30 at first? That's interesting. I guess these are just for different, depending on the values, the performance is quite different, which is not really something I would have expected. So I'm just tapping and switching through some different like values, whatever we want to call those. Ah, got it. Yes, that makes sense. It's fair. Kind of confused here. Anyway, that's a whole lot of rendering. So, I mean, very, very clearly, most of our time is render. I don't really understand what's... I forgot how to do the thing. What do you have to do? Oh yeah, to be honest, particular frame, right? I don't know why our script. What script do we have that is so heavy? I mean, I guess it's not that heavy, but it's 4 milliseconds, which would be a quarter of a 16 millisecond frame. I don't really understand why. What do we... Uh-oh, look at all this garbage. Who's updating? Oh no, who's allocating garbage? Is it me? It's probably me. Wait, I'm sorry, the animal game with the outfits? Oh, Animal Crossing that I played every day for 1.5 years of my life. And then I quit playing it because it's a bad game the day that I got the golden shovel, which took me like actually 1 year and 3 months, I think. Yes. The game I played for 600 hours, I do remember, I think. So, a couple things here jump out to me. The garbage, I don't understand. Where are we allocating the debug handler? Debug updater. So is that me? I'm gonna guess no. The debug updater is allocating, but I feel like that's not me. Is it? Wait for target frame rate. We're waiting 10 milliseconds. So is this Vsync? Is that what this is? Is this all Vsync? It could be the profiler, it could be some... Well, I was, there's lots of games with animals and outfits. It could be any number of animal and outfit related game. But I have not played Animal Crossing, I don't think, since August 21st of 2021. They added more stuff in it. Maybe I should revisit it. Elden Ring's out soon. I do want to play that. Okay, I'm confused by this. This doesn't seem to be me. The actual... I mean, this is the bulk of what I'm doing, and it is 0.07 milliseconds. So I feel pretty fine that my business is not causing a lot of issues, and it looks like there's a chunk that is probably which is a little strange. I'm sort of surprised that is like CPU side, but I'm guessing some of the stuff is post-processing. But the longest thing here is wait for target, which to me says Vsync. Am I wrong? Is Vsync on the asset? No. Vsync is... That's interesting. Volume update mode. Not you. Okay, so we just don't... We don't get to say. It's just whatever Android decides to do. Okay, but that's... I guess that's kind of good. Is that good? Does that mean we're mostly... I mean, that seems kind of crazy that that proportion of our... Come back. That... Okay, trying to identify here what's what. So this 4 milliseconds. Post finish frame. Well, we have post processing off, so that wouldn't be in there. It's true. I had to think through the Venn diagram of games with animals with outfits that Jace would also know. It admittedly took me a moment to find it. Okay, I'm confused by a number of things. There's a whole lot of time sunk in time update, wait for last presentation, and update time. Like, right? Wait for last present. So doesn't that seem like we're just mostly waiting to try to hit 60 FPS? Like that most of our time is just waiting? Like my draw time, how do I know my personal this is me draw time? But that just still doesn't, how could that be 33 milliseconds and still be this doesn't make any sense to me. Because that would be 16 milliseconds, so like why is it pushing me over time? I'm confused. Wait, sorry, like if I turn on some of the post-processing stuff and try to lower it? I'm just am confused, like why it would, this number is what is confusing me, I guess. Like, this looks like a 30 frames per second frame rate, not a, I mean, this looks like, yeah. This looks like it's trying to keep me at 30. Is it because the battery's low or something? I don't know how to use Android. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where to touch it. I literally don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of this. I think I'm actually trapped in this because it's in like the Amazon you should register mode. Well, I don't know. Let's record again. So I was like clicking through here. Well, now I am somehow getting 200 frames per second. Okay, let's just try this again. We have Vsync off, but it said it didn't matter anyway. I mean, I assume it tries to like run at the refresh rate of the device. And I might have no say over that. But let's just see what happens. Try to reconnect. Maybe something went wonky. But all I was doing before was just like clicking through. I just have a, basically on tap I have a randomize. That's all. So that is a very solid looking 60, I would say. And then it got suddenly less solid looking. What? I guess there's just something I'm not understanding about. About this. I mean, it looks quite good. It looks quite fluid. It looks like it is trying to keep in the realm of 60. So the issue though is if I go here, here's where it gets, that's where we start to have problems. If we go here and we have depth of field and bloom, both of which are really non-trivial. Every single person except for you understands every single thing I'm saying. Jates, you're the only one. Jates, I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. So you are not. I'm trying to make this little screen show some pretty. Uh-oh. Why did it make that? Why did it make that noise? Okay, here it comes. We're just trying to make this little screen show our thing. So with post-processing, it's looking like 30. Our frame rate's not so happy. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look great. This is with a full-size buffer, so I think we did decide last time we messed with this that we didn't really have to. It's basically Windows Media Player. It's like Winamp. So, okay, what is eating our lunch? Still kind of confused. So this whole business is post late update finish frame rendering, which I assume is post-processing. Then what's this? Wait for present on graphics thread. Does that mean we're like so... I really don't understand here. And was it donkey? It was llamas, right? I think it's llamas, not donkeys. Did Winamp also have it out for llamas? Yeah, it was llamas. What was the Linux version? LM... I don't remember. Linux Multimedia... LMMS? Okay, so what... Android... Wait for present on GFX thread. So this is the amount of time. Wait for target FPS. Switch to timeline view in the CPU profiler module. Okay, that's great advice. So that looks bad, right? This doesn't look like... I don't understand why we're waiting all day. What are these? Why are these waits so long? And then the present frame like spills out. This is really weird. I don't actually understand this. I feel like I've never quite seen. So that's our render thread. So bloom, pretty freaking slow. Depth of field. So bloom is slow. Well, long wait is good in some contexts. Like, yeah, if you're so fast that you have to wait to hit Vsync, that is good. I don't think that's what's happening here. Because I think we're definitely spilling all out of like our 60 milliseconds that we want to be in if we're trying to hit 30. So I think actually here we're waiting. See all of this wait? All of this wait? It's because our render is taking so long. I think, maybe I'm wrong. Like it looks like the render thread is spilling so far over that we're actually waiting half a frame for the render to be done in the previous frame. That's kind of what this looks like to me, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that is okay. Yeah, so it's good if Vsync is on. It's bad if the game is GPU bound, and it looks to me like we're GPU bound. So let's profile again with the timeline without post-processing, because I still feel like my feeling is even totally independent of post-processing, there's a lot we can do. Maybe not a lot, but there's some that we can do to jazz things up a little bit. I guess we should also try to... I'm pretty sure that I have this set to Vulkan. You would assume that Vulkan would be faster, but that's just an assumption. So maybe we shouldn't. Maybe it should be OpenGL. Maybe there's something about the way that I did the shaders or something. There's nothing fancy in the shaders, but we'll try. Let's just try. Post-processing, we have bloom, which is like by definition a multipass thing, I think, because it's essentially a blur, so it has to be on 2 axes. So I think you have to, like, I don't know how they implement their bloom, but I think usually bloom is like first you do a threshold and find the bright spots, then you blur them all horizontally, then you blur them all vertically. I'm not 100% sure that's how Unity is doing it, but that is a way that is done. And so that's like three passes, 3 times you touch every pixel, basically. Okay, so this is with bloom off, and it still feels like we're really spilling out over here. Right? So you tried to write blur. I mean, blur has to be that way. I don't think there's any other way to do blur that isn't like touch everything at least twice. What do I know? So now let's dip in here and let's just comment out a couple things in our shader. Namely, I don't want to ditch everything. Let's just try this, which would be a weird thing to do. v.vertex. So this is going to be like a plane. It's going to be nothing. That's not what I expected. That's not what I expected at all. Oh, is it just very tiny and very blue? Okay, it's very tiny, very blue. So this cuts out this, which is basically where we're doing all of the... I mean, you know, there's all this other crap too. Could be something in here. None of this looks too crazy to me at a glance, but, you know, there's math going on. It's all in the vertex shader, which is... there are quite a lot of vertices, I will admit. But let's just try this. I'm just curious. Like, if we just totally cut out the spherical harmonics calculation and just see if anything's different. But I do sort of feel like I'm not. Like I'm missing something. Yeah, I just want to be sure if it's actually rendering. Because if it wasn't rendering at all, it might not be a useful metric. So just drawing a square, why is just drawing a square this heavy? What? I mean, there's just maybe something I don't understand about the... Oops. I want this to go away. I just want... Okay, here we go. So this looks good. This looks like a thing we want to see, right? We want to see this. This is like... I think. Although it still seems slower than it should be, so I don't know. Sort of confusing. I mean, this is 33 milliseconds. So why? Is there something about, like... That makes this seem like it's 30 frames per second, which... What am I doing? Is that this? Yeah, maybe actually, let's figure this out. So this is a Kindle Fire HD 10 2021. I only got it because it was so cheap on Black Friday. And I thought I could use it to make a frame, because every other way I was looking at making kind of digital interactive frames was just more costly than I wanted. Surely this... Tell me the refresh rate on this display. It's 60. So I want to try. That's what they want. That's what they want you to do. They want you to watch forensic files before you go to sleep. Let's try this and make a totally empty ERP. Are we even using ERP? I think we are. Actually, okay, wait. I want to try... What do I want to try? I do want to try a totally empty scene, just to have a baseline understanding of what is even going on. That wasn't good. Huh. Why can it... Oh, weird. Okay, whatever. I feel like I'm just not understanding something very silly. Is that the secret? Oh yeah, I mean I am a developer, that's true. I probably can That is the weirdest thing about Android, is the hit the build number 7 times. It's like a secret handshake. I want to do this and just see what it looks like to have a totally empty scene. So even a totally empty scene, well, look at it trending towards... What? Enable Vsync timing. Auto-connected player. Why are we at 250 frames per second? But when I pick any one frame, I mean, I guess it's just because we're waiting 25 milliseconds for the... Pretty confusing. But I guess, I don't know. As long as we see this wait for target FPS, we feel good. We feel like we're okay. Even though it sort of doesn't register up there. Okay, so I do want to try. Let's go back here. So that was in like useless mode. Let's go back to a thing that does a thing. Oops. But still no post-processing. And just see if we still have some, excuse me, wait for, we're still waiting. Vsync makes things complicated. So we're going to try this. We're going to see what it looks like. And then I'm going to switch from Vulkan back to Auto. I think Vulkan's the default. I guess we could switch to OpenGL ES3. Okay, I got the thing. I mean, it still says so weird. I don't really know. Is this supposed to be one frame? I mean, we still have wait for target FPS, so I guess that's good. But present frame is 26 milliseconds. I mean, very subjectively, it looks okay. It looks all right. But I feel like I'm just not understanding this interplay, the interplay of these two. Oh, well, and actually, now that I think about it, do have multi-threaded rendering on. So maybe that's part of why I'm so confused. I think I would be, excuse me, I'm going to turn that off. Maybe it's good to have it on, but I feel like that is part of why I'm being, that's part of why I'm confused, is the synchronization of the render thread and the main thread, I think is just, I don't know. My brain's not happy with it. Let's go back to AutoGraphics API. I kind of don't want to, though. I kind of want to try, I kind of want to do this. But I probably should not be changing more than one thing at a time. So let's not change more than one thing at a time. Let's just do this. Let's see what it looks like without multi-threaded rendering on, and maybe it will make a little more sense to my brain. Kind of forgot that was a thing. I'm also using an older beta of 2021.2. Should probably, let's get whatever the latest 2021. 2021.3 is not out yet, but we can get 2021.2. Right? 2021.2.10. Install with all Android nonsense. However, that doesn't toggle those. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Wait, no Visual Studio. Gross. What a dirty trick. Defaulted to on. Okay. Okay, install that. So what are we doing? We are not multi-threaded rendering anymore. For whatever that is worth. And now everything is 100 frames per second. Well, I'm still so confused. Why, when I pick this, it says CPU. Like when I pick a frame, it says it's like 33 milliseconds, which is what you would expect for 33 frames per second. So I'm just clearly not understanding something. right? That's our whole. So we have a very long, okay, but at least now we just have the main thread. So my brain can handle this. This is better. I should probably learn that multi-threaded rendering is new in Unity, and so I just don't quite know how it works, I guess. But I'm still very confused because this is showing we're hitting like 100 frames per second, which I guess, but it's still showing. Maybe this means something that I don't. Don't understand. What are these cute little pink things? Texture memory. Okay. Anyway, so this says, this makes more sense to me, and it looks like we're waiting a long time. Like we're waiting. But why? But why? 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 Why does this say, why is the player loop 33 milliseconds if supposedly our frame rate is 100 frames per second? 1 divided by 100 is not 33. I can tell you that much. So doesn't that feel like it's... This to me looks like it's trying to... Wait, that's funny. Did I even have... I don't even have post-processing on, but... What? Why is that true? Like there's my little update loops. That's all minor, very minor, teeny tiny. I don't know why we have event system debugger. But yeah, the script on what I'm doing CPU side is so beyond trivial. So that seems fine. There's still so much time seemingly going into the post-processing, even though we don't have any turned on. Color grading LUT. We don't have any of that turned on. Do we have anything on in the post-processing? We don't have the volume turned on. I guess if I unchecked this, maybe? That's still pretty weird. Okay, well, whatever. So I'm trying to figure out where my actual render is, you know? Like, where am I actually... Like, where's my actual shader happening? And it seems like is it here? Like my shader and my mesh. Okay, I guess this is kind of telling me what I wanted to know, which is I feel like the work I'm doing is just so beyond trivial. Right? Like, so I don't know that I need to jump through hoops to try to... It feels like it's just almost nothing. It's like... If I'm reading that correctly, which I certainly may not, I may not be. Yes, that's what it feels like. So I was worried that my work was very heavy, but it would appear that it is fine and that the heavy work is the post-processing, I guess. So let's look and see now with post-processing on. There is another, I mean, gosh. There's a million different ways we could draw this on this device, you know? There's just so many other ways we could draw it that would have way less overhead than Unity. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad, but what's the reality? It does appear to have some chunkies. But I still have a weird, actually I was trying something in here. I think this is wrong. This is bad math. I think this is just like adding some swimmies. Okay, I think part of my swimminess is coming from there. Anyway, well, okay, here's what's confusing. So there were previously 3 parts of this. One of them was a script that I would run offline to build the mesh, like basically build the sphere exactly how I want it. Now I'm not even doing that. There's literally just a plane. So there's that part of it. And then basically the shader takes that plane and not only turns it into a sphere, but it just takes this plane. It's a pretty dense plane, but not crazy. 16,000 vertices. Takes this plane and warps it into both a spherical shape and the like spherical harmonic shape. That's all in the shader, and that's all happening GPU side. The only thing that's happening CPU side is like sliding the sliders basically, which is that's taking like 0.07 milliseconds or something. That's not taking any time at all. Yeah, the amount of time I'm spending on the CPU side doing my drawing is like here, 0.075 milliseconds. Yeah, come on. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows that. But yes, that shader is running GPU side. I mean, it's sort of slightly academic in this case because it's like some whatever, I don't know, remember, maybe like a Snapdragon system on a chip. So it's the same piece of hardware, I guess, but it's the GPU part of that hardware. But so this me sliding sliders is here, but me actually drawing, and maybe I'm wrong about this. Look at all these blits. Oh my gosh. Look at how much of this is Bloom. Okay, well, so Bloom is eating our lunch. I mean, I say that. It's taking 2 milliseconds, which is not a crazy amount of time. But cumulatively, I guess I still don't understand because this CPU time still says the same number. And it still seems like we're waiting for a target here. So I don't understand why this number is totally different, you know? Like before it's at 100 or whatever, when this hasn't changed. it hasn't changed. So I'm a little bit lost, honestly. I don't that doesn't. I don't know why that timeline always tells us the player loop is 33 milliseconds, which is 33 frames per second. I don't understand. It could be a bug. I mean, this is a beta version of Unity, right? So we're downloading. It could be a bug. It could be a bug in my brain also, but we're downloading a non-beta version. So for all I know, the profiler is broken in this version, and that is why everything is confusing, or I just don't understand it. Or both. Both can be true. So this doesn't look too bad. And we actually do still have, it's just, how do I do this? Can I do like, isn't there like a live follow thing? I was doing that. But see, even as we scrub through here, we still have, even though sometimes it's very short, we do still have this wait for target FPS. But it just feels, I don't understand this. I truly do not understand. Also, I don't understand why this isn't broken, but maybe that's because we're not doing the multi-threaded. I don't know. This seems crazy to me. Like the work that I'm doing is almost nothing. The bloom is very substantial. This part, just that drawing to the device is really slow. I don't know. Let's try, just for kicks. I don't really know that it'll make any difference, but I do want to see... Whoa, what just happened? I do want to see what happens if we... OpenGL ES3 instead. Don't Vulkan. Do all the fun stuff. Still no multi-threaded rendering. Shader precision model. Platform defaults. Okay. But we're also mono. Okay, let's test this, and then we'll switch from mono to IL2 CPP. So we're not... Wait. Okay, well... Okay. That's another thing. We're not building a 64-bit executable. We're not using the IL2 CPP backend. I am really surprised it defaulted to this. That's actually very surprising. Okay, well, one test at a time. So this is, let's test OpenGL ES3 instead of Vulkan. And for no other reason than I just don't know anything about Vulkan. And I just have more experience with OpenGL, and so I just am curious. I mean, maybe it'll be worse. I don't know. And then honestly, we should probably do all these tests again. But I guess the takeaway here is nothing I'm doing is taking any time. Except I'm the person that clicked the checkbox that said bloom and do however many iterations of bloom that is. Which is, it seems like a lot of iterations of bloom. So I guess these all have to be recompiled for, excuse me, for OpenGL. What do we think of this house? Look at should I buy this house? It's kind of the color of like minty toothpaste. It's cute. Cute interior. Cute architectural elements. It's not falling down. The price is like kind of suspiciously, I won't say low, but it's not outrageously high. Wow, the basement is beautiful. That is a gorgeous base. Okay, wait, we gotta look at this house because this is... Dracklin's gonna love this house. Binary, you're gonna love this basement. This basement is a triumph, if I can find it. Going Street is probably... How am I gonna find this house? might be really far away. Okay, where is it? Maywood Park. Up. Right around here. I wonder why it's not listed. Where's my house? Oh, remove boundary? Okay. Is that the one? This is the one. Okay, thank you, Binary. Yeah, okay, check it out. Pretty cute little house, right? Under 400,000. Pretty good for Portland. It's not crazy far away, but it's also not, I mean, there's the airport. So it's kind of close to the airport, but it's not like directly underneath the airplanes, which I guess is good. Got a nice minty toothpaste look. Quite nice inside. I do like, I mean, I don't know. It's got that like house flipper look, but it looks like they at least, I mean, it has the whatever, those, whatever they're called, the not real floors that every flipped house gets. Oh, the ball pit's kind of in the way, huh? Let me clear the ball pit. But, you know, I don't mind them. I would prefer real original floors, but hey. I don't love them, but they don't hurt my feelings, I guess. At least they're supposed to be durable. Kitchen looks nice. Nice tidy kitchen. Got like a little sun porch back there. Goes sort of that's a weird window, but okay. I like this architectural element. Nice. Nice. It's all good, right? But wait till you see the basement, because it looks like a weird prison, but like a very nice, up-to-date Norwegian prison. So that's where Life is Yours is gonna live if he comes to visit. Okay, so this is all good. It's super cute. I like it. I like the blinds. I like these little details here. You don't like the okay? The countertops are no. Jade says no to the countertops. I get it. And the kitchen, yeah. I mean, whatever. That's we can deal with that. But mostly nice. It looks like it's got like floor, like look at those lamps. Heaters on the floor. Got this cute like little sunroom / go down to the basement place. And then check out this basement. I know. I mean, it's tough. It's hard to find like non-flipped. I mean, yeah, the ideal would be that I buy a house that's mostly falling down and then I do all this myself. But look at this. Look at this is like my basement lab. Basement workshop. I even like the weird yellow shelf in there. That's what Life is Yours. We'll just keep him in there like he's in a little cage. Well, there's room for equipment. It's got a separate room for the CNC router. Laser cutter. There's a weird drop ceiling in there. I don't quite understand this. It's like there was a shed there. So that's a little weird. But anyway, there's like a concrete foundation in the backyard to put a shed, I guess. It's pretty cute. But Jade says no to the counters, so. How high are the ceilings in the basement? I don't know. They look the doors seemed not crazy. So it looks like in that drop ceiling area, they look pretty low. In this area, they don't look too crazy. I guess under here is like the height of a door, but it looks like inside that little murder room. Oh, well, this murder room, there's some more clearance. This murder room has more of a dropped ceiling. So just depends on where you want to keep your captives. $3.95 though. It's not bad for this. There's a few in this neck of the woods in that price. I wonder if that actually is close enough to the airport to hear it. But I think it's cute. I think it's a cute little house. Adorable. Move-in ready cottage. Plenty of parking space. Cars, campers. Add on a garage. I mean, if I could be under 4,000, I could just build a workshop for another 40K or something. It has central air? What? In Portland? Central air. Wow. Estimated payment under 2,000 a month? Okay, what do we think about the location? The nice thing about the location is you're close to highways without being like literally... Okay, I guess this is the worst part, is you're right on Sandy Boulevard. So that's not great. Not crazy about that part. Wait, is this it? Is that the right house? I guess so. That doesn't look like the same backyard, though. I'm confused. Which house is this? No, that's my house. Okay, sorry, I was looking at the wrong house. Yeah, so you're close to Sandy without being on Sandy. You're close to the highway without being on the highway. You're close to the airport without being like underneath the airport. That weird, isn't this close to where the grotto is? The weird... I kind of forgot where that is. I think it's around here somewhere, right? But look, you just like get on Sandy, drive for the rest of your life, or probably you get on 205 and go to 84. Central Air. Hey, remember how it was like the hottest in Portland history, hottest day in Portland history this last year? Okay, yeah, that's the main question, of course, is where's the Trader Joe's? And it was like 115 here one day, and I just had to sit and work with my feet in a bucket of ice. And that was also the weekend I was moving. Why is this neighborhood so inexpensive? What's wrong with it? Burial grounds? Some cute little houses. Okay, sorry, what are we doing? We want this? No, not that house. Where's my house? It's this one. My new house. Maps.google.com. I'm afraid the Trader Joe's news is going to be not good. I think there's a Taco Bell not far. We got a gun store. That's maybe not very good. A lottery retailer. Okay, maybe a little... We're very close to a beauty supply place. Church, childcare, junk removal. So, just a quick glance at... Okay, there's the grotto, though. That's actually, there's a gorgeous park here. Rocky Butte. There's actually a super beautiful view of the city. Just so close. This Rocky Butte natural area is great. We got all the chains that are not in central Portland. I mean, you know, we're moving into a climate crisis, and I can contribute to that. So what do we have? We have the grocery outlet. It's not too far. We have a hardware store. That's good news. Just down 82nd is where all the Asian markets are. We got Albertsons, Safeway. There's a New Seasons, not super close, but not painfully far. Okay, what do we have? So we have some markets in the neighborhood. Shopateria. Why did the New Seasons not show up? So there's a Whole Foods all the way. I mean, that's not close. It's not close. Okay, I must say the grocery situation maybe not the most promising. And just for Jates, nearest Trader Joe's. Ooh, ouch. Not, I mean, it's just down Sandy, but that's not super close. What about the nearest Fred Meyer? Also, ouch. Second. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of resolved to a place that I could live on the... I think there is a... Oh, I can't remember how far up it goes. Can you see the max lines? I don't know if... No. Transit? I don't think the max goes quite up here. Some buses. I mean, it's pretty cute. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen right now, but it's giving me hope. Okay, back to profiling. I forgot what we were even doing. We were trying OpenGL, right? Is that what we were trying? Before I got distracted by a notification for a cute house with a basement space, but in a questionable part of town grocery store wise. Okay, so I don't understand why this is different all the time, but this always says the same thing. Don't get it. So it doesn't really seem like there's a meaningful difference. Right? The biggest chunk continues to be Bloom. I mean, actually, I am running this with a like half resolution plane. I previously was. Ugh. I guess I could fix my plane builder. I just made one in Maya. So I would prefer to have more vertices than this. But there's probably an upper limit. This is not running badly. It's not running too badly. Okay, did we finish installing? Okay, install complete. So let's reopen this with the new version of Unity. I don't know if this is going to make any difference, but I just am really confused by that 33 milliseconds always thing. I mean, there's probably a reason for it. There's probably a reasonable explanation, but who knows. So this doesn't look too bad. Even with the 16,000 vertices, I mean, in general, I think this is not a bad looking thing. It would want a little tuning. The bloom is maybe a little bloomy. We can probably gain some, I mean, we almost certainly can gain some performance by throttling the bloom in some way, which I think you can just skip iterations. Excuse me. But it looks kind of nice right now. We also want to do the thing, I can't remember who suggested it, but it was the right answer, was to, right now it just does a jump cut between them, but instead we would want it to like lerp to being a sphere and then lerp back out of being a sphere whenever it wanted to switch configurations. And the main thing graphically that I wanted to do, and actually this would be, I mean, I don't know. It feels like our calculations are so minimal that it's not even worth thinking about. I mean, we're taking such a fraction of the amount of time that it's, I was just thinking, like, even if we double our number of vertices, like, we still are taking a comparatively short amount of time. Did it just freeze? Or did it freeze because I killed Unity while it was running? Or weird? Appears to be frozen. I also thought about just, I don't know. I also thought about just doing this in a web browser. You know, like some kiosky web browsers. There's no real reason this needs to be done in Unity. It's relatively simple stuff. We could do a 3JS version, probably, without a tremendous amount of effort. Okay, so let's try this. Are there any weird checkboxes I should be checking? I don't think so. Hold and run. Do the wait. It just started running again, so I don't know what happened. That was weird. Yeah, so I was gonna. But I'm torn on it now because I actually kind of like the way it looks, even just as is. There's something that's not right. There's multiple things that are not actually correct about it. Like I sort of faked the way some of the shading, I guess you'd say, is working, but kind of like the way it looks, regardless of the fakeness. Hey, what? Oh, that's fine. Let's see. Okay, this is happening. So, is this any less confusing? No, it's the same. It's the same amount of confusing because it's still $33 milliseconds every frame. I don't get it. I don't get it. I also don't understand why this is all stretchy. Why is that? Okay, just do this. Okay, this at least looks like it makes a little more sense. And still, it seems like the bloom does look like we have a longer wait time here. So I really don't know. I don't understand this. Snood. Wait, the overlay I made almost kind of looks like Snood, right? I was thinking about that. I realized after I made it that the ball pit is kind of Snood-esque. Is that what triggered the Snood in your mind? Okay, wait. I have to do a quick thing. Yeah, you're a programmer. Everybody knows that. There's no question of that. I mean, this is kind of snood-like, right? Like, did this player freeze? I think my player's frozen. I thought about making this into like a multi-user snood where everybody could just play snood while I'm doing stuff. What are we doing? I think we are on OpenGL. I also upgraded to 20.2. Sorry, I am just responding to some Slack messages with things. Okay, sorry, I was momentarily distracted. Okay, so I still don't understand why this number, I don't understand this number. Truly don't. I don't know. But I feel like we're doing what we need to do. And I feel like the fact that this is happening, I mean, here's what I don't understand. Is this happening because we're so slow? (13 + 9). A lot of milliseconds. Why is it, wait, why is the CPU 9 milliseconds? Or wait, what script? Okay, now I'm confused. What? Okay, that is all in scripty land. So a lot of that stuff, that doesn't really make sense to me. So my scripts are like tiny little friends. I guess it's because we're so slow, we're waiting to hit 30. But what is this number? What is the point of this number? What is this number? Why is it here? What is it doing? Okay, so let's do this. Let's go here. Let's change to IL2 CPP now. That's all fine. We don't want this. We want ARM64. We want I mean, I just super don't even care. Sure. I don't know. I really don't know. And let's go ahead and just set this back to auto. We don't really need this. I thought that was one other thing I was going to change. Oh, okay. Let's try build here, and then I think the main thing. I mean, blur feels like the thing that's hurting us, right? Like blur is hurting our feelings. I just wish like that. I just don't understand that number. I just don't understand why it's 33, which would be 30 frames per second. But even when it seems like it was going fast, it was still 33. And I would assume that the device wants to be 60 hertz. Right? Right? No? You think it doesn't? You think the device does not want to be 60 hertz? Is that true? 60 hertz cursed? I had no idea. Wait, but the electricity in my very house right now, as we speak, everything in here, 60 hertz. Every outlet in my wall, every AC wire, 60 hertz every time. It's terrifying. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I do not understand that number. I would kind of understand it if it's, I mean, I've definitely done stuff where it's like, hey, you're so slow that we have to wait for the following frame. And that's fine, I get it. But even when we were like going 250 frames per second, according to the little bar chart, whatever that's worth, it still was telling us that that little frame window was 30 milliseconds. Are we having a little emoji party? Are you blowing me kisses or are you hitting me? I don't know what's... I don't speak that. I don't speak emoji. It's not true. I speak some emoji, I just don't speak that. That particular phrase. Why does this happen? Why does sometimes the heat audio thing happen? Oh, was that a goodbye? Was that... Oh, I see. Those were Z's. I thought it was crying. It's so tiny on my screen. Okay, Jates. Thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Thanks for the good night kiss or hit on the head. I don't know exactly which it was. This is taking a long time. B. I mean, we did totally change the platform. We changed the platform and the compiler. So IL2 CPP tends to be slower to compile, but tends to run faster. For whatever that's worth. I feel like it's not going to really speed up stuff in CPU land. I don't know. But let's do this build, and hopefully it seems not terrible. And then maybe we kind of throttle, in whatever way we can, throttle the bloom a little bit. Just take it down a peg. This. That. And then do I like convince myself that I should be running all this in a web browser? I accidentally restarted the device. I don't really mean to do that. Shoot. Did that mess up my install? Oh, man. Okay. I really didn't mean to do that. I was trying to just get out of the... Oh, boy. Well, hey. You think browser? We do it in the browser? Do have a lot of jobs coming up that seem to be... that seem to be suddenly like 3JS jobs again, which I haven't had for a while. So we could do it. I don't know why. Is my connection not good, or is this device just dumb? I assume we'd have to install Chrome or something. What's the name of the browser that comes with this machine? None of these things look like a web browser. I guess I could just get an APK. 3JS jobs. It's just like random client. I mean, they don't know that they're 3JS jobs. Just clients that are wanting like some 3D web something. I used to do quite a few, but in recent years it's been... Uh-oh. What? Wait. What happened? What did you say to me? Oh, change the API level. Whatever, that's fine. Clear settings. I made up that number anyway. So it's running Pi? Oh my gosh. Ancient. I mean, it's more emoji hieroglyphics. Uh-oh. An important message. What is it? I was hoping it was more pictures of Bash, but it's not. Okay. So, what are we doing? We got the thing running. We are recording. Still says 33, because reasons I just don't understand. I also don't understand why I have to spin this out and then go to timeline. Or I'm missing something. Okay, so Bloom takes my whole life. Not really noticing. What are those blits? Blit, 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 blit. I mean, yeah, Bloom is just outrageous. I don't know now how sometimes, I started to say this a second ago, the Heat audio demo sometimes gets flipped on when I just have the Heat overlay on. I think there's just something weird going on inside. You're dropping balls. I'll get back behind there. Yeah, why? Why is it playing the Heat audio demo sometimes? I think there's just something weird going on with browsers versus. Okay, so. I mean, we got 10 milliseconds of Bloom. So between that and the wait, that's 18 milliseconds. So that's like... Just turn off Bloom for a second, even though that's the thing that makes it look good. Bye, Bloom. My prediction, though, is that it's still going to say 33 milliseconds. Just to confound me. We really should make like a little popper thing, probably. I don't know. Like pop all the yellow bubbles they are touching. Okay. What does this do? Let's do this button. That doesn't look good. Why would that be true? I just turned Bloom off. I mean, it didn't really do enough for us to not be... Kind of got us close. Okay, let's try this. Let's fully on the camera. Isn't there a thing here where you say whether you want the post-processing to be HDR or not? HDR. Your settings from render pipeline asset. MSAA. Your settings from render pipeline asset. Render pipeline asset says what? No HDR and no MSAA. But let's just... That's pretty funny though, because this is on here. Post-processing data. But is that not what's on the camera? In the volume? Okay, let's try this. Let's turn all this back on. But let's turn post-processing off on the camera itself. Or even on the render pipeline, right? Like, can't I... That's not mine. Wait, this. disable it here. And let's just see. Whoa, what's going on? Kyle? Oh no. G-O-W, man. Oh wait, you can't even see. Where am I? Hang on. Hello? A raid with a party of 3. I haven't been raided so long. I haven't been raided. I can't even remember the last time I was raided. Welcome. Well, welcome. I really appreciate the raid. Webmage, how's it going? You can try the new heat demo with you can click to drop new balls in the ball pit, and you can also shift click or control click or alt click to add different forces, and for some reason it's making sound also, and I don't know why. Wait, I'm gonna clear it. We've got too many. Okay, refresh this. I truly don't understand what the deal is with the audio. Control audio. It's not even. Where's it coming from? G-O-W, man. Is that God of War man, or what kind of man are we? Why? I truly don't know where the audio source is that is pointing to. No? Long story? Okay, I won't ask. Maybe I will ask. What else would G-O-W mean? I really appreciate that. It is so nice. I feel like that once long ago, I feel like in the days of Twitch Creative, raids happened more often. I feel like I have not been raided in like 2 years. So I really appreciate that. It's great. And timing is so good to make ball pit balls bounce around for no reason while I do this build and am continually confounded as to why no matter what I do, it's 30 frames per second. Oh, have you been using Heat? I'm sorry, it was down for a week. Twitch took it down for a week. It was terrible. But now it's back. And now it has modifier keys, so you can do other stuff with it. Like these balls. Terrier Darts, thank you for the follow. I don't know why my follow alert didn't work. Twitch is killing the legacy API stuff soon, I think. Why? Look, we were... Oh, gosh. Just no matter what I do. Oh, you are? What are you gonna do? What is the aim of your integration? Okay, look, it looks like we are. So, okay, someone explain this to me. We are under, according to this chart here, this fun chart, these charts and graphs, we are running at faster than 100 frames per second. Maybe this just doesn't show waiting. Like if we just pretended. This says the player loop was 33.24 milliseconds. But if you actually look at this, 21 milliseconds of that. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's like it's forcing 30 no matter what we do. Which maybe, is it forcing 30 no matter what we do? I guess that's something I should have actually paid attention to, huh? So they killed it a week, like a week and a half ago, I guess. And then I fixed it, but I didn't actually fix it. And my submission had a problem with it. But then it took them another week to fix that submission. And so now it's back. As of yesterday, I think it's all back. I think it's all good. And the new version has the modifier clicking support. Awesome. That's great. Axio. Okay, great. First of all, I appreciate you attributing that to some guy. So that's good. Platform's default frame rate. Yeah, but I would have thought it would be the device's default frame rate, not the platform's default frame rate. So we got a Mali, and that's not a terrible GPU, right? Right? We got all these Vulkan extensions. Is there anything in here about it? I think we did see something about it picking a frame rate, or at least like flipping Vsync on or off. Okay, so we feel like no matter what we do, we are cursed. I mean, it says enable Vsync timing. It's a little annoying that it doesn't tell us what the what that timing is. Okay, well, I mean, you know, at first I was reading it and I was like, I don't know if I really trust this information. But then when I saw that the source was some guy, I was like, well, that guy knows what he's talking about. So I definitely trust some guy. Okay, so here's what I think. I think no matter what we do, we're ending up 30 FPS, right? Is there just like a drop down that I missed or something? Which I guess is fine. I mean, it doesn't really hurt my feelings, I guess. Because if that's true and that's as fast as we can be, it's as fast as we can be. And in general, we're hitting that frame rate with our like all of our VFX on and doing all the stuff we want to do. So like, I guess that's okay. Unless there's something in quality. I mean, there really isn't. There's just Vsync, and it says it's ignored for Android, so. Maybe either quality or graphics, right? Okay, maybe that's just a thing. Android is always 30 FPS. Is that true? I find that hard to believe. I mean, I guess can I do this? Maybe I can do this. Locked at 30. Let's just cram this somewhere. But I'm updating. Oh, that means I'm updating every 30 seconds, not 30 frames per second. Okay, well, according to some guy, I need to manually set this. But if I manually set this and then we turn on Bloom, we're not going to hit our frame rate, right? Like we're effed. So I want to try this just to see what's up and maybe feel slightly better about myself. But oops. I mean, that would make total sense. That would make sense. The inconsistency between that and what is shown up here is weird, but I guess that makes sense. Like this is the time of stuff I'm doing, not including any waiting around for Vsync, whereas this down here does include Vsync. So, I mean, I think that is what is happening. So that would explain that inconsistency. It's probably just written clear as day in some piece of documentation that I didn't read. Or maybe it's not because it's Unity, who knows? How long? When should I cut my hair? And never? Ever? I was thinking of saying like when I cut my hair, I'll cut my hair when I feel like I don't have to wear a mask anymore. Maybe I'll just wear a mask forever. Okay, well, just was reviewing this logo. That is a little unfortunate. A little bit. Is that true? I mean, is this like a Samson thing? Samson told Delilah. Wait, what is it? Samson told Delilah, loud and clear, keep your cotton picking fingers out my curly hair. Probably not appropriate to say, but apologize. I was just Elvis. Okay, that was it. We did it. Okay. Axio, thank you, and thank some guy. For this solution. That song is from what song is that? Oh, the song Hard Hearted Woman? Is that the right song? I don't know. That's what I always think of when I think of Samson. Okay, so we are running at 30 FPS. Is it worth it? I mean, sorry, 60 FPS. It looks much nicer. I will say that. But that means we only have 5 milliseconds of overhead time to do anything we want to do. Unless we do... like, you know, we're not taking that much time. We're taking like around 2 milliseconds to do our stuff there. Shadowcasters. What? Look at this lighting crap. Get it out of here. Is it worth it? Well, I mean, worth it in terms of if we do 60 FPS, we will not be able to make it pretty enough. But maybe there's more stuff we can turn off because it looks like it's just wasting time on like lighting and stuff. We don't even have any light. Get this light out of here. You know, light? Kidding me? Lights? I don't use lights. Main light disabled. Additional lights disabled. I don't want any of this stuff. Disable it all. We don't need depth. Kind of would like to have anti-aliasing, but we sort of don't need it with the depth of field and the bloom, I guess. So yeah, why is it spending time on that stuff? I don't really understand. No render features. I mean, I would like to just say shadows. There are no shadows. Maybe that's actually in the oh. Don't you know that 24 frames per second is good enough for anything? Vertex colors, for the way it's currently colored, it is kind of silly the way I'm doing it. It's kind of a fake Fresnel. I mean, it is a Fresnel. I think I have like a facing ratio shader in there, but it's not respecting the actual geometry. So that's one thing that I could do is decide to actually calculate the normals. Basically, the shading that you see on it is really based on a sphere, where it's a based on the radius, it's like a gradient from blue to green, and then there's a little bit of facing ratio, but it's not correct. You know, it's not actually correct, but I think it looks okay enough. So it might be good enough because it would be a little bit annoying. We could do the work to calculate normals. That was the thing I was thinking of doing tonight. Okay, we want to go to quality. So what is the deal with our quality settings? I just don't. It's weird that there's not a thing that says like, hey, don't. Hey, don't. What is this? Dedicated server. I mean, none of this really. What? It doesn't matter. This shouldn't matter for us, I don't think, unless there's something like this. Unless that half texture. I guess that's one thing I don't know. Is if lowering the texture quality that low matters. It's kind of weird that you can't just say like, hey, don't do anything. If you're thinking about anything related to shadows, don't. Okay, turn it off there. Maybe that's all we need to do. Just like turn off everything I can think of to turn off. Okay, let's see. Let's try that. So I guess I could use vertex colors, but they would need to shift all the time anyway. Okay, how are we doing? So that actually seemed like it helped. Well, now I can't remember. Maybe it didn't help that much because we were about 5 milliseconds of padding. Anyway, it still feels like we're wasting a lot of time, but what do I know? We don't even have any opaque objects to draw. Like, what are you doing in here? What's all this stuff? What are you doing? We can also try going back to multi-threading, but I don't know. Like, there's so little that's happening CPU side. I guess that's not true because it looks like Unity's doing a bunch of stuff. I guess I'm not doing very much CPU side. Okay, so let's see how bad this is. I think we're going to flip this on and we're going to have problems, and then maybe we just try to tune it to... Which, I guess we have two options. Either we try to crunch the... I lost it here. Either we try to crunch the bloom until we are happy with its crunchiness, or we try to crunch the bloom until we're happy with its crunchiness, or we try to like lower the resolution or whatever. I mean, it's not a super high res device to begin with. 1920 by 1200, I think. Which is not bad, but it's not like, you know, super retina display. And then there is a question, if this thing is going to be just hanging on the wall as like a pretty picture, like, is it worth the... Yeah, I mean, 60 hertz is twice the work. Okay, so we lost it. So bloom, with bloom, we lost... Look at that funny frame rate. Which it was expected, because we only had 5 seconds, sorry, we only had 5 milliseconds to work with. And bloom takes 2.43. Well, wait. Why didn't that work? That should be enough time, right? 5. What? We had... I guess I should have paid a little more attention to some of the other timings, but... I mean, we had... Right? We had 5 seconds of overhead, so... I mean, of headroom. Okay, let's try this. Let's just try... skipping iterations. I mean, skipping one iteration really visibly does not. Let's turn off high quality filtering for whatever that's worth. Yeah, skipping one iteration doesn't seem to hurt anything. I don't know if that actually helps us, but let's just see. Like if that cut the bloom time in half, that would be worthwhile. Okay, so let's do this. I mean, the 60 FPS does look nice. It's true. So that's still not good enough. I feel like we didn't actually gain that much from our bloom. What I don't understand, maybe is there a way to do this? What I would like, I guess, is for the post-processing, like if there's a way to say the post-processing got a lower, like a smaller buffer or something. Maybe that wouldn't really matter. Like a lower resolution buffer for post-processing or something, but maybe that's not. So let's skip another iteration, I guess. I mean, actually 3, 4. Well, I think I actually maybe like it more at 2. Let's see. We'll just step up and see if this makes a difference. I don't know, though. I guess just the overhead of post-processing in general seems quite intense. Global volume. I really don't know what else we could do here. Well, let's try it. When Axio, you want to see this done in WebGL? Like a Chromium APK. I feel like we could do it. Like the shader's just the shader. I don't think I'm really doing anything too special in there. Unity-wise, we could probably do a 3GS version. So, how do I get like a Chromium APK that is not going to be... Do I need something special here? Do I need like a Kindle Fire? Why did this stupid little notification thing? Okay, so this is now still too slow. Feels like our bloom is not getting that much faster, even with the iteration skip. All these blitz. Why? I thought that skipping those would make there be fewer. Maybe that is true, and there were just so many that I didn't even register. Okay, well, maybe that'll be a project for another day, is to try WebGL version. Well, it's kind of a bummer because there's just a certain point where it kind of doesn't do the job anymore. You know, just gets really. I thought there was a version of this. Okay, actually, that's the thing we should check, right? Since we updated the Unity version, we should make sure that we have all the latest. Get out of here. Okay, URP. We appear to have the latest, right? Okay. Well, what do we want to do? I feel like the bloom is like most of what is making it pretty. Music's so dramatic. Not so hot. Well, what are we gonna do? Okay, well, let's try to push a magic button. Let's skip iterations. I feel like... I mean, certainly 1 is fine. 2 is not horribly offensive. I'm okay with 2, but going much lower than that, I kind of would prefer no bloom. But we have a secret weapon. Let you choose whether to choose a faster, never, or more compatible, always screen split technique. Faster, never, or more compatible, always screen split technique. So I say never here? Does that mean I can not have a million blitz? It seems weird. I don't know what that means, actually. That seems like a really poorly named thing, huh? Possible the 3JS version might even run even better. I mean, just with, it's hard because you'd have all the overhead of the web browser, but then you would have less Unity overhead. Whatever that's worth. That was weird. Why didn't it? Seems like it didn't run properly that time. What happened? What happened? Did I just do build instead of build and run? I can have proper Chrome, not even just Chromium. Wow. The browser is kind of interesting for various reasons. Like, if you wanted to use this as a little home hub kind of thingy. Okay. That. Every once in a while, we have a good frame rate. But that doesn't seem like it changed. I mean, we still have all these millions of blitz over here, so I feel like that didn't really change anything. Okay, let's try one more thing, which is going to be to turn multi-threaded rendering back on. I guess we can turn on graphics jobs too. That maybe would do something for us. I don't actually know. I mean, maybe it uses graphics jobs for wait, I lost the thing. Come back. Maybe it would use graphics jobs for post-processing and get way better performance. I don't know. All right, give me this APK. Oh my gosh. How do I... Ugh. Just want ARM64, man. What is the difference between these? Oh, with a bunch of splits? I don't know what that means. Maybe I should just install it from the browser. Okay, what did we do? We did multi-threaded rendering, and that did not magically fix every single thing. Except sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. So let's try graphics jobs. Oh, it defaults to incremental garbage collection now. Huh. How about that? Okay, well, let's try whatever the thing is that I already forgot. What did I say? I said we were trying... We didn't make it. Sometimes we make it, but overall, not making it. Even with multi-threaded rendering, even with graphics jobs, we just can't do it. The post-processing is too heavy. Unless presumably we make the post-processing so ugly that we don't even want it anymore, right? I really like the depth of field. So here's a, like, gosh. Yeah, I thought there was a better, maybe that was from the post-processing V2 stack and not the this post-processing, I guess. But I thought there was a way that was just like low quality or something, or buffer size or something like that. Actually, what am I supposed to do here? Just don't know what to do. Ugh. If only we had some sage advice from that guy. Worrying about performance? I mean, I guess two things. One is 60 FPS looks nicer on the screen. Like, it's the refresh rate of the screen, and it's visibly a bit smoother as the blob amorphously goes. Like, it just would be nice to hit 60. But it's also just kind of on principle because I feel like I'm doing all my stuff really fast, and the Unity side of things is slow. Well, I mean, it's the I don't know exactly how the renderer works here, but sometimes post-processing is way on this device, on this particular hardware. Sometimes post-processing ends up being way more expensive than you would think it would be. Because post-processing, you know, in many cases is like, okay, everything's rendered, give me that picture and I'm going to do stuff to it. But not everything is happy with that. Like, yeah, bummer. I'm going to try, I have another idea. Yeah, just not everything's happy with that. Like certain... Pixie's all 2D. Pixie's, we've done some stuff in the stream for. It's just maybe a hardware thing. So I guess like for things that are tiled renderers, and I know this is true for the headsets. I don't know if it's true for this, but there may be some other limitation where like post-processing ends up being more expensive than you would think it would be, I guess is the trick. So what is the aspect, what is 1280 divided by 1920? Uh-oh, Axo, you're not going to like this. This is the aspect ratio we want. Well, so, binary, I wonder about that. Like, if I could do it as a shader feature or something. There's so many ways I normally fake stuff like this, but the way I would normally fake stuff like this is not easy to do when there's like, when it's amorphous, I guess. Like, I guess I could render this and then somehow get like a stencil buffer of the outline and then blur that and so on and so forth. Like, I feel like I could do it more cheaply than the bloom is being done, I guess. Which is kind of weird. There's not just a blur. There is the depth blur, but that's not the same thing. That's not really what I want. I mean, although that gives me kind of an idea, which might be a dumb idea. Which is like draw a blurry version, semi-transparent on top of the non-blurry version. Those are all things that I feel like would be easier for me to do in 3JS. And maybe it's possible with like render features and custom render pipeline stuff. Like, I don't think there's a blur render feature. There's a, yeah. It's AO and shadows. Enables URP to use render pass API. What does that do? Okay, let's try that first, because I don't even know what that is. Maybe that will help me. But the short answer, like, there really is almost certainly some other way to get the thing I like. In fact, I want to say there's an asset that's like URP fast bloom or something like that. Yeah. It's $6. Oh, I look like I'm made of money? Doesn't look very good either. But I guess it's fast. Fastest solution on the market. Fastest. I want to say there's a glow, like a URP glow, though. That was not bad. I might even own one. I don't even know. Glow light. I like the word you just said. I guess that's a malaphor almost. No, it's not. What do I call that? Alliteration. It's like alliteration. It's a pretty good word. I actually like it. Alliteration, good word. Normally I wouldn't point out typos, but alliteration is a pretty good typo. Do I own this? I mean, you're right. These are, I guess, for this project, it is kind of irrelevant. It's kind of arbitrary, but these are things that I apply on other projects. And so like, I would like to have some good solutions for this. If there are good solutions, and maybe there aren't. Look at that glow. Look at that glow. URP support. What is it? Fast? How fast is it? Okay, I already forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? I turned on that one thing that I didn't know what it was. So we'll try that, and then we'll lower the render buffer to 0.666666666, and then we'll say that 30 frames per second is fine. Yeah, alliterates. I mean, alliterates is already somewhat alliterative, which is nice. Okay, I don't have a great deal of confidence here, but hey, we're gonna see what happens. Okay, this is it. We're pulling out the big guns. This is it. We're doing it. We are going to render scale. This is for Axio 666, the devil's render scale. It's gonna look bad. I just want to see. I just want to see it. I just want to see. That's all. Probably won't keep it. Just want to see if that is enough, because then maybe we could render at like 90% or something and have it be okay. Well, that's the thing that is annoying, because that's definitely a thing that other post-processing setups support, is kind of the idea of having a lower resolution. Why do I keep screwing this up? I mean, that is a very common thing, I feel like, is that you do your like post-processing on a lower resolution buffer. I have not found where to do that here. Maybe that's not a thing I can do here. I don't know. But let's just try the whole thing at basically. well, not quite. It's better. And now it's just really, I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Why would it look like this? Why would it look like this? Sometimes that's really weird, because it's not like we're doing. All right, David has a question. What is it? I mean, it kind of looks like it. It just... Okay, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped. So, faster runtime. We like that. URP, bloom, slow. I mean, the sawtooth is beautiful. It's a good look. Is that true? Wait, what temperatures? On your CPU temperatures or something? Texture being forced by the render pipeline? Yeah, that does seem really weird. What? Your CPU didn't start speaking to you? I mean, yeah, we are definitely like rabbit holing way farther than is needed for this particular project. It's just something I want to understand a little better. I mean, honestly, I feel like I haven't even been able to use URP post-processing because you just cannot use it at all in VR, basically. There's so much overhead. Yeah, but this is lower the whole render scale. Wait. URP in 2020.2, 10.1.0. The easiest lower the render scale. Skip iterations. That's not good enough. Not good enough. Yeah, so this is my understanding of the problem. At least this is the issue on mobile devices, or on the VR devices, and I guess I would assume it's here. Is that these are like tiled renderers, and I'm making an assumption here, but I know this is true on like the Oculus Quest, for example. Things are rendered in tiles. They're not. There's no notion on those devices really of a like a single picture that you're drawing. It's like you have all these individual tiles. But when you want to do a post-processing effect, like a full screen post-processing effect, like you have to like stitch the tiles together to do your work and so on and so forth. So that's that's kind of what this is saying, and that is that has been my experience on VR headsets, so maybe that's what's happening here. So we were gamma, right? Signal pass forward. Shouldn't really matter. We're drawing a thing. But it just may be that I just can't quite get the thing I want, you know? Like, or something has to give somewhere. And the easiest thing to give is to just say frame rate. Frame rate gives, right? Like that's... Yeah, turn it all off. Got it. Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. Or are we like... I mean, I'm kind of interested in some of the... I as a rule, never use anything with the asset store, but I'd be kind of interested to do this. I've also never written a post-processing effect for... Not that I could do better easily. I just wish... I mean, this is interesting. It's quite glowy. It's just... Performance. It says performance improvements. Be nice if there was just like a review that said, hey, this was bad. Or it was bad, and now it's good. Too many errors. Oh, excuse me. Okay, well, we don't want to do this. We want to be full resolution. I'd rather compromise the frame rate than the resolution, I guess. I don't know. I guess I was just hoping that we could like bang on this enough that we would... Because, you know, like just for the straight up glowy glow, that I could really just put like a glowy sprite in the back. So let's just try this. Oh, that's not good. Try this, I guess. And maybe I could just put like a, whatever, a very cheap kind of gradient glow behind it, because that's the thing I guess I'm kind of most missing. Let's try 6. I don't have a great deal of faith, but hey, we'll see what we can do. That's easy enough to fix. You just throw some kind of... I really don't know about the music we've... Which channel are we on? Just chill. I miss you, Happy Music Channel, but I'm not paying $150 a year for you. It's just not going to happen. feel like that all those happy songs were like the soundtrack of this channel, and now they're gone. What is my problem here? I keep saying build instead of build and run. Check the tape. Ball pit party. Okay. What's the damage? 84 frames per second. What? What? Wait, what did I... What? What did I do? Oh, I accidentally made the render scale too. Oopsie. Okay. That's on me. That's on me. I mean, sorry, it wasn't 84 frames per second. It was 84 milliseconds. So 12 frames per second-ish. Not what I was going for. I was not going for 12 frames per second. I need to get up in the morning. I need to eat breakfast. I need to stream a stream in which I work on a proposal. Then I need to work on a deck. Then I work on the proposal more. That's one of those days tomorrow. But I'm going to try to trick myself into working on some stuff by streaming it, maybe. Nope. Still not quite there. Not quite there. I mean, what's the lowest we can reasonably go on? I mean, by the time we get to 7, it just doesn't even play the same thing anymore. So 6 is sort of the most we can really skip and call it and still even... In 8 hours. Yeah, I mean, it's more like 12 hours for me. Work in the morning. What do you do for work, Axio? I think you told me before, and I forgot because I'm a bad person. Not a bad person, but I didn't remember. There's no way to treat a VIP. I mean, we could get a lot of this just from our color or gradient, right? Like if we... Oops. I've just clicked the wrong thing 7 times. It was very impressive. Wait, is that true? Fake memory pills? Are you telling me that because I forgot what you did? Do I need some fake memory pills? No, I shouldn't take the fake memory pills. Okay. I'll try to remember. I feel like just... Okay, let's try one more thing. I've said try one more thing 7,000 times. I realize that. I realize it. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. What if we just have the depth of field? Or what if we just have the bloom, right? Like, we don't have the depth of field. We really kind of want. Anti-aliasing, but let's just try no depth of field. Let's just try it. Awesome. I appreciate that. Prevagen? Is that what I need? Okay, I'll take that. You told me to remember to always take it, right? I can't remember. Prevagen. It's right here on the list of the top brain supplements. So, yeah, I'm going to take that. Okay, check this out. 60 FPS. 60 FPS with no depth of field. And then it just ended for no reason. Wait, no, okay, we're 60. We're 60. Pretty weird how I don't understand this at all, actually. Like, so inconsistent looking. Okay, that is interesting news. Very interesting news. It looks kind of nothing like it does on screen. The lack of DOF is not, I mean, it's not the worst thing. Okay, so I ordered some Prevagen. I mean, it's a #1 pharmacist recommended memory thing. The blood-brain barrier? Okay. Wait, passes the blood barrier? You mean like my skin? Is that true? I mean, they could just give you one pill and then try to trick you into thinking you never consumed it. Okay, check this out. That is a not... I mean, it feels like too much glow. It's so different on this device. Like, the color and glow is really substantially different. But it looks bad without MSAA, I must say. So... I feel like that is changing nothing. Do I have to change it on the camera? Let's try it with fast, and let's try this now down at... I feel like this intensity does not need to be as high on the device. I mean, it actually looks kind of nice. It doesn't have this... The color is a little different. It ends up a bit more saturated. I'll try it. This is not... It doesn't look 60. Am I actually running at 60? Maybe it was just that particular one. I guess that was just a weird lerp. I also did go change all of the floats to fixeds in my shader, which my shader's so fast I don't think it matters, so I can really go change those to floats and have a little more accuracy. Why do I keep doing this? Why build and run? I should just have a terminal up. Also would possibly like to put a denser mesh again. Okay, well, you know, I was so quick to blame it all on the bloom because it took so much time, but maybe we just don't need the DOF. Okay, so we're back in this situation again. So we're not quite totally free. But I don't know what did it. Was it the MSAA? Funny though, the hardware MSAA seems like it didn't do anything. Is that because I turned it off all the way in some project setting or something? Quality? It's not even in here, is it? Wait, why is that not in here? That should be there. It's in here. Oops. Anisotropic is disabled, but that's fine. So there's nothing in here about anti-aliasing, right? And here, at MSAA, I feel like I didn't see that change anything at all. Changes nothing. So why is the MSAA not doing anything? I mean, the camera doesn't have it, but this is like, I want MSAA, not fancy pants. And I'm back to 100%. Yeah. So I think that really is just geometry, you know, like. So why can't I turn on my MSAA? Because it's off. New settings from render pipeline asset. Okay, render pipeline asset was at the 4x. Well, it's an improvement. So maybe MSAA will be cheaper. I think it is. Did I click the right thing that time? Who can say? Who can say? I don't know. I don't know the answer. The song, I don't know. What are we going to do about this? Once I get to 1 million subscribers, we'll subscribe to Pretzel Rocks and get the happy music again. Okay. Well, we're back in Sawtooth Land, and that's actually worse. I mean, the Sawtooth Land is jittery. That was just from the MSAA? I mean, we did set it to 8x. And then what does our texture skip at? To 2. Go back to 4. Oh yeah, how am I building that with no scenes? What? Oh yeah, or I'll just leave the vocals. We'll just have it all in there. I should have. I wonder if I had listened to them, like added them to some playlist or something in Pretzel, if it would have let me play them. But that would have never occurred to me. Unless I could find like one of the artists that we listen to a lot. I feel like Approaching Nirvana was one. Okay, this has a no over the play sign, so I guess that means no. Okay, look at this. Okay, it was good for a second, now it's bad. No, it's good. It's good. I think we're good. We're good. The glow is crazy. It looks crazy. I don't really like the way the glow looks. On device. It's like super tight. It's not as like glowy ambient. It's very but I guess that's our trade-off here, right? So what we can get away with. I mean, but that's a place I'm okay with that because it's not that hard to add a secondary whatever sprite in the background, whatever. Oh, is that true? The unlocked stations? Oh, okay, that makes sense because I thought last week Happy was unlocked. Okay. So we can only be happy a few weeks out of the year, which that checks out. I mean, that's just true. That's just true. Okay, 16 milliseconds. Looking pretty good. Anti-aliasing is not bad. The denser geo might be better, but that's not bad. Okay, let's try to get... I'm pushing my luck. Luck. Pushed. Boop. I mean, I'd be fine with that. I have been telling... started this last year, I guess, but just trying to not work on Fridays so I have time to do other stuff, which is usually other jobs. But if I have longer term bookings, like I had it a couple weeks ago before I got fired. Kind of fired. Okay, how are we doing? Some rando weird spikes. But they're not too painful. I wonder what those are. Who's spiking there, I wonder? I mean, sometimes it's real chunky looking, but I kind of think that is my... I kind of think that's my shader. I think... Could be me over-optimizing. Like all these fixed... Could be floats, probably. Maybe. I didn't notice a change. But maybe you'd only see it when animating, like if things are kind of like, because they're fixed, it's almost like they're snapping a little. Really, this 16,000 triangle version is not too terrible. The anti-aliasing is not great. It's not too bad on device. Okay, I feel like we're honing in here. It's almost 10 o'clock. I think it's almost time to be done. Okay. Pretty steady. Not bad on device. Not bad. Can we do the desk cam? Sitting over here. Oh, this might look horrible. Desk cam, go. I mean, it's very glowy. Don't look at me. Okay, wait. How do we make it a little less? Let's lower the exposure. Oh, the gain a little. Zero gain. Exposure a little higher. Okay. That's maybe the best we're going to do. Why are you so crooked? Come on. Come on. Not a very good tripod. Well, so I mean, I kind of am doing that. So, you know, the blue on the middle is based on the radius. So it's not based on depth. It's based on depth relative to itself, not the camera depth. I do have a facing ratio shader. Like, so things that are towards you are more bright. And then as they kind of fold off the side, they're a little dimmer. What is this? Wait. Oh, do we get... Okay, we were so dark. Go with that. I mean, that really is where a lot of the bloom, that's what's making the bloom kind of bloomy, is that facing ratio. So that stuff that's facing you is brighter, and then with the threshold a little lower, with the threshold at 50% for the bloom effect, it means that's where the bloom happens. So the bloom is a little more intense on those things, which almost gives like this subsurface glow, you know, almost like a candle or something would be. So I don't mind that. It's pretty different than what my original version of this was, but I don't mind it. I think I would like to maybe do another stream and focus on some stuff like that though, because I do want to spend a little time trying to calculate the normals. This looks better on video than it does in real life. Why would that be true? That's normally not true. It's just a bit too saturated. Is it because of the color space? What did we say? We said gamma, but didn't it say if we switch to linear it'll be bad and it'll make everybody sad? I think it said, definitely don't do that or the world will end. I mean, it's fairly easy to just lower the intensity of the bloom and it almost works like desaturating. Not exactly. I don't want to do a post-process desaturate. I guess we could just go in here and do something silly like the following, which would be, these are our two colors. So if this was like 0.25, this was 7.5, and this was 0.25, and this was 7.5, this might look awful. That's not what I thought I would do. Maybe more like 0.2, 0.6. I don't know. I have to think about it a little bit. I mean, I guess the real thing to do would be to expose those colors and then tune the colors. But I think overall, it looks pretty good actually. It looks pretty nice. It's pretty fluid. 60 FPS is good. Maybe a denser mesh would help a little bit. The glow overall looks good. I don't really miss the depth of field all that much. I would like, yeah, we do. There's a weird little split in the mesh. I think that's from the way I'm wrapping I don't exactly know. It seems to be related to the way that I'm wrapping the plane around, but looks pretty pretty. Ambient occlusion. Ambient occlusion is technically in URP, it's technically a render feature. I don't have ambient occlusion because I don't have normals, but I'm tinting this in a way that is kind of like AO. So like, you can't see what I'm pointing at. Like in here, the blue areas, because I'm saying that things are inside, which in the way I'm rendering this is usually going to be nooks and crannies. Like you can see it in here. It's almost like ambient occlusion. You're almost getting an AO effect from that, but much cheaper than actually trying to do screen space ambient occlusion. And I don't think screen space ambient occlusion would work at all. We can try it, but I don't think it'll work because I don't have any normals. Let's see, render feature, SSAO. We go just from depth. Yeah, I don't think it can work. One, because maybe it doesn't work if we have all lighting disabled, but then also I don't have any, I'm not calculating any normals here. So maybe. But there's other ways to cheat AO. So I would probably just cheat it in a way that's cheaper. Like kind of like I'm doing here. It's not too far from an AO effect. Okay. So what else do we want to do? I guess the last thing I want to try is to install Chrome. I have to run the Silk browser. Well, I just want, no, where's the browser? I just want your web browser. I guess I was in it. Silk browser, okay. What is it? Get out of here. So I really don't know what I'm supposed to get. ARM 64 and ARM 64 VA plus, what is the difference? I will just push this button. I don't know what I'm doing. That actually working, or I did it. Can't open file. Why? It's because I have not done home settings, security, apps from unknown sources on. Okay. Great. How do I get back to the downloads? Where are the downloads? Downloads. Can't open file. Why not? Files. What? I feel like it would have been easier if I had just done this. Download the APK and installed it. Let's just do that. Goodbye, desk camera. Okay, what was this thing called? APK mirror. And we'll have ADB install. And we'll get this. And we'll get Chrome Canary. Can I just get regular old Chrome? Where's just Chrome? Where's Chrome? The app called Chrome? I think that would be a little easier to find. Okay. Latest version. I really don't know. Oh, this one was Android 10. Oh, I can't do that one because it's Android 10. So I have to do this one that's Android 7. The difference between these two is, I don't know. Let's just do this. Was that my whole problem? Is the Android 10 one was no good? Possibly. Oh well. It's fast and secure. That's my preference. Thought about going to one that was only fast but not secure, or the one that was secure, but it seemed, you know, it seemed better to just go for like the 2-for-1 kind of thing. Okay, ADB install that. ADB server doesn't match this client. Killing. What? Wait, what is an APK-M? What is an APK-M? You'll need the APK mirror installer. I don't want that. What? Okay, good heavens. So let's try this again, but maybe I just downloaded the wrong one. No, I did. The ARM64, the Android 7 version. To install this bundle, you will need the APK mirror installer. Why? I don't want that. I just want the... Oh boy. Android. Okay, is it really a place to get just the APK, or no? They're gonna like force you to use this dumb thing. Or is that what one of the options were? I just want to be fast and secure. That's all. That's all I've ever wanted. Okay, this one just says the APK. Is this... Can I do this? Download APK, it says. Do I believe it? I don't know. Is that my whole problem? This was like a bundle, so it's not just a good old-fashioned APK. Yeah, I want it to harm my device. Open it. Harm it. Harm my device. I just want to just real fast run the WebGL aquarium and see what the frame rate is. Wherever that is. WebGL samples. Good old-fashioned WebGL aquarium. Nothing fancy. Just if I, as a person, was going to... Wait. Chrome won't run without Play services, which are not supported on your device. Is that true? Kind of looks like it runs. WebGL aquarium. That's all I want to see. 2 frames per second. 60 FPS. Well, that's with... What about if I do 10,000 fish? So my desktop can do 10,000 fish. This machine, not so happy with 10,000 fish, but that's understandable. It's a lot of fish. $20 FPS for 5,000. So you'd think for 1,000 fish we could do it? Yeah, do 1,000 fish. Okay. What about 3JS post processing? There's some examples here. Some God rays, perhaps. That's 60 FPS for some God rays. I wish this was organized a little better. Unreal Bloom. Wait, I should turn this back on, huh? Oh, it's a pretty cool bloom. Actually, I really like the way this looks. I think this looks cool. Look at that thing. That's a cool looking thing. Okay, 60 FPS. That seems pretty good. Should we do all this in the browser instead? I don't know. What would it really take? The math is not that hard. Now that I've been through it 11 times, I can say that it's not that hard. We can close the fishies. We basically just, I mean, we could take a 3JS sphere and put this shader on it, and it would mostly work. You know, except for Unity specific stuff, but it would mostly work with a little bit of adapting. Would I like that better? Would that be better? I like this model. It's a cool model. Yeah, well, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. For now, I'm just going to stare at this thing because we did it. The nice thing, whatever. Nice-ish thing, I guess, is that kiosk browser. We could maybe use it. Actually, I should check that. Wonder if that, what was that thing called? This thing, the fully single, okay, this was the app version. So this is not what we want. We wanted the one that was fully single app kiosk. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. How could I be so foolish to click something that was an early Google result, since every single early Google result is an ad now? What's that thing called? This thing, fully single app kiosk. Get on Bing. What is the company that makes this? Was it KioWare? Fully kiosk. That's what we want. I broke the spinniness of this too. I was trying to put it in the shader and it was not working the way that I thought it would. So what do we want? Whatever. Fully kiosk browser. Fully kiosk videos. We want the fully kiosk browser. I think you had to go somewhere else to get the did I buy this? Maybe I already bought it. Get the custom apps, maybe? To get it to run on the Fire, I thought. I mean, I feel like their instructions basically say, hey, don't do that. That it will be bad. How do you search within the page? Oops. Fire. I thought there was just a separate Fire. Yeah. Download box. Okay. Fully kiosk browser APK for Fire OS. I think that's what we want. I'm just curious if it, like what it wraps, like if it wraps Chromium or something, or no. I don't know what this means. Just, I don't know what that means. Get out here. Yeah, if this kiosk browser supports WebGL, basically, is the question. How do I get out of it? Look at that. But I don't show the frame rate. So what's the, okay, what's the aquarium? I'm in trouble. I don't know how to get out of this kiosk. We got issues here. Okay, I escaped. Oops. It's the fully kiosk browser. But how do I get out, like, out of... Okay. Interesting. Settings. Wait, how do you change my preferences? Where is the URL? I feel like that's the most critical. Okay, in here. WebGLsamples.org. WebGLsamples.org/aquarium. /aquarium.html. No. Okay. Good. Are you happy? So is there a way to disable the slidey side? Okay, we're okay with 1,000 fishies. 5,000, not so much. But that feels like we can do what we need to do. And we could bloom and so on, so I don't know. But how does this work? Like, how do you do the, maybe you can't lock it down? Like, how do you, well, I guess I just have to read the instructions, basically, right? Okay, anyway, yeah, maybe next time we try it. Okay, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. We did it, what we meant to do, which is silly, because now I might just rewrite it entirely somewhere else, but I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to tell you. That's how things go around here. Axio, thanks for hanging out. Binary, thanks for hanging out. Draklin, Jates came by. We had that lovely raid from definitely someone who was not God of War Man. We got that follow from Terrier Darts. Just a heck of a stream. Heck of a stream. So, yeah, I probably have to stream in the morning so I can, like, pretend to make myself work is the plan. I need just, like, a really quick, fun ball pit party just to make some, and for some reason there'll be sounds. Wee. Okay, we're done here. Good night. Thank you. Goodbye.